Happy 240th birthday, Devil Dogs. Semper Fi. Enjoy the video. Hoorah!
This song goes out to the men and women who exemplify the words honor, courage, and commitment.
Madison Rising is probably one of the most unique things going right now.
To get the people to think and to reassess what are their values, what's important to them, and to also think about the future.
Another thing is I'm a vet, and you guys know this. To be a part of that was, another little piece of the puzzle that got me involved in the Madison Rising. It's got an engine, it's got a chassis, it's got wheels, and it's gonna roll, man. It's gonna rock and roll, baby.
Madison Rising is known as America's most patriotic rock band. The band was formed in 2011 and shot to fame by their rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. Just this year, they also released their new album, including tracks such as God Bless America, among others. The band's mission is not only to make great music, but to empower the American culture, bringing patriotism to life through rock and roll music. They've performed all over the world for military, veteran, and first responder groups, and have brought energy to political events and campaigns. Here with me today is the band's executive producer, Richard Megredishian. Richard, great to see you again. Thanks for being here.
Sure, Liz. Thanks for having me on.
Now tell me a little bit more about the band's mission. How was Madison Rising formed?
Sure. The mission, as you summed up really nicely, is to spread patriotism through great rock music. And I formed the band back in 2011 because I saw there was a void in the market. There's a lot of rock music out there, a lot of country music out there, so on and so forth. But there's no rock music that embodied the theme of supporting our military, supporting our troops, showing gratitude for this country, and just traditional American values. So wanted to create a rock band that stood for those things, and not only stood for them, but actually sang about them and embodied those messages in all of its songs.
Yeah, I love your guys' music. I've seen your videos. I've also seen you guys play live, and you're great. The music is good quality music. But tell me a little bit about the name, Madison Rising. Is that a nod to our founding father, James Madison?
Exactly. What we wanted to do was we wanted not only the music, but we wanted everything about the band to have that patriotic, pro-American connotation. So we figured one of the best ways to do that would be to give the band a name that immediately evoked the founding fathers and the Constitution, and James Madison obviously does that, and the rising portion refers to sort of a rebirth of those principles.
Now, do you feel that you guys have been able to accomplish this with the band? Talk to us a little bit about what you've been able to accomplish besides your music.
Well, the music is really the engine. It's what people want, what they hear, what they absorb, and what they spread around to people. And it's the music is great. The videos are great. You just played part of our new Marines hymn video, which we came out. The upcoming Marines' birthday is next Tuesday, November 10th. And each year we do a tribute to them. So this year we came out with that one. And it already has almost 1 million views on Facebook, and that's one day. So that just shows the power of the music and the videos and the energy. So that's what spreads the energy, and then people invite us to do shows, they invite us to perform, they share their videos with their friends, and it's really, I think music is really the most viral thing out there, and it always has been.
Right, and one of the things I like best about your music, and this is true for your videos too, not just your live performances, is that every single song that your band plays has that moment that you just get the chills up your arms. You just feel pride in your country. You feel so patriotic. You just can't help having a great time. And that's one of the things I think you guys have captured very well in your music. But I want to talk too about music, like you said, as a political dialogue. Throughout history, theater and music, pop culture, whatever the entertainment of the society has always been a medium for political change, for political dialogue. Have you studied this a lot? How did you come to the realization that a rock band would be an effective way to spark political dialogue?
Well, it's sort of, to me, politics and culture are very, very tightly mixed together. And at the same time, to me, they're the same thing. And in fact, I put together a little chart. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but it sort of explains my thinking on these principles. And the chart goes, culture leads to mindset, mindset leads to values, values lead to judgment, and judgment leads to decisions. So when you trace it all back, and this is what I did early on, trying to find ways to send out good, positive, patriotic, pro-American messages, and what's the way to do that? So I worked back and further back through the chain, and I realized, okay, there's a lot of networks out there, there's a lot of blogs out there, there's talk radio, there's magazines, there's all these things, but they're all going late in this value chain. So the most effective way is to get to the root cause, which is the culture, sort of change people's mindset early on and change their value system, and then everything else flows. So music, because of the power of it and because it's so innate in human nature, if it's done right, it really can touch them very deeply and very quickly.
Wow, I'm impressed by your chart. So this was not a coincidental success for this band. This was by careful thought and design. This was not something that just happened overnight, a video that happened to go viral and you capitalized it. This was something that you meticulously planned out.